All right, everybody, how's it going? It is Friday, January 7th, 2022, and like we've been doing for a couple weeks now, it's time to go over the playoff clinching scenarios for Week 18. We did it for Week 17, I think 15, 14, so let's go over who can clinch their playoff spots. I know there's not a lot of spots left open. I believe 2 spots in the AFC, 1 spot in the NFC, and then seeding in the NFC, and pretty much everything's still open in the AFC minus 3 divisions, so the AFC East is still up for grabs. But you could still be the 1 seed if you're one of the division winners. And there's 2 wild card spots still open. So it's pretty wide open in the AFC in terms of everything. So let's start with the AFC, of course. The Bengals have clinched the AFC North. The Chiefs have clinched the AFC West. The Titans, I believe, have clinched the AFC South. The Bills have clinched a playoff berth. The Patriots have a playoff berth. And now we have a couple teams that are going to be fighting for a potential spot. The Ravens are one of the teams that are fighting for a playoff spot. They're playing the Ravens at 1 o'clock on Sunday. They can clinch a playoff berth with the following situations. They need to win. They need the Chargers to lose. They need the Colts to lose. And they need Miami to lose or tie. Because the Chargers and the Colts right now, I believe, are the 2 wild card leaders. The one that's going to be hardest for them, I would say, is the Indy loss, but it's also the most interesting because though the Colts are playing the Jaguars, the Colts haven't beat the Jaguars when the Jaguars are the home team since 2014. Very interesting. So we'll see what the Ravens can do. Plus, we don't know if they're going to have Lamar Jackson. We don't know what the health of the team looks like. Going to be a tough one for them, and they need a lot of help. Now we go to the Buffalo Bills. They can win the division title with a win. But they just got to beat the New York Jets, and they are the AFC East division champions. Or if the Patriots just happen to lose to the Dolphins, it doesn't matter. Or if if the Patriots and Bills happen to both tie, then the Bills get the title. So they have the easiest path to winning the AFC East compared to, say, the Patriots. Now we can go to the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's see what their situations are looking like. They can actually still clinch the number 1 seed, the home field advantage throughout the playoffs. It does not appear the Bills have that ability this week. We'll see as we get down. So if they win, Tennessee loses, Kansas City loses, and New England loses or ties, then Cincinnati can clinch the home field advantage in the first round bye, the seed, or the number 1 seed. Pretty important thing to have into the playoffs, especially the home field advantage. Now we can look at the other situation for Cincinnati. They have to win. Obviously, Tennessee has to lose. Kansas City has to lose. Those 3 things all have to happen. Or if Buffalo wins, they can clinch that seeding, it looks like. So, because it would mean that, they beat the Jets. Yeah, a Jets situation, I think. The Colts can clinch a playoff berth. This is if they win, they're in. So if they win or tie, they're in. So the Colts, all they got to do is do something they haven't done in almost 7 years now. Beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville or London. So, tough win for them coming up. Let's see if they can finally pull it off. They should be able to. Or if the Chargers lose and Baltimore and Pittsburgh tie. Or if the Chargers lose, Pittsburgh loses, and Miami beats the Patriots, the Colts would clinch a playoff spot. So, Miami could help them out. Pittsburgh, the Ravens can help them out. And the Chargers, the Raiders can help them out. Raiders can help themselves out too, I think. What else we got going on? We got the Kansas City Chiefs coming up next. They can clinch the number 1 seed, the only first round bye and home field advantage with a win and a Tennessee loss, or tie, or a Kansas City tie and a Tennessee loss. So the Chiefs seem to have the easiest path to a first round bye. It looks like. Well, we haven't gotten to the Titans yet, so. But all they have to do is win, and Tennessee has to lose, or they have to tie, and Tennessee has to lose. One of those situations has to occur. Now we get down to the Raiders, who are still a playoff team potentially. So they play the Chargers, who are one of the other teams that are vying for a playoff spot. A win and you're in if you're the Las Vegas Raiders. All they have to do is beat the Chargers in an unlikely game. And, it feels very close, and it's a very good Sunday Night Football affair as well. We're kind of blessed with a good end to the regular season with these 2 teams, I think, going at it, basically because of they're division rivals. It's Sunday Night Football, one of the final playoff spots. So it's literally the final playoff spot in the AFC is on the line. So, or if Las Vegas ties and Indy loses, or if Indy loses and Pittsburgh loses or ties. this situation is one of those things where it's like, well, it doesn't really matter for the Raiders. They get in. The Chargers, they have to win or tie. They have no other situations. No one else can help them. It's basically if you don't win it, you're not in it. Basically, Chargers. So for the Raiders and Chargers, it's very similar situations, but it looks like the Raiders can get in with a little bit of little help from their friends, I guess is what the song says, right? The Patriots are actually eligible to clinch the AFC's number 1 seed, only first round bye and home field advantage. Very, very weird situation could occur where the Patriots somehow wind up with the 1 seed. But the following situation has to occur. Very unlikely. The Patriots have to win. Buffalo has to lose or tie. The Chiefs have to lose, and the Titans have to lose. But if all 4 of those things occur, the Patriots would wind up the number 1 seed. Very unlikely, but it's one of them things where, it's a possibility. And they could actually clinch the AFC East division title. They have to win, Buffalo has to lose or tie, or New England has to tie and Buffalo has to lose. Basically, the Jets have to upset the Bills or tie them for the Patriots to have a shot at winning the division. So, long shot, but they actually have a shot at the 1 seed, which is crazy to me. Good job, Mac Jones, and the Patriots defense and easy schedule. All right, the Pittsburgh Steelers still have a shot at the playoffs. It's a little bit complicated and a little hard, but not as crazy as what the Ravens was. All they have is this one opportunity, and it has to occur like this. They have the Steelers have to win. Indy has to lose to the Jaguars, and the Raiders and Chargers cannot end in a tie. If those 3 things happen, boom, the Steelers can clinch a playoff berth. The Titans can clinch the number 1 seed, only first round bye and home field advantage with a win. So it looks like they actually control the AFC right now. So basically, I said it looks like the Chiefs, but I had forgotten that the Titans, all they have to do is win their game versus the Texans. But they also have a couple other situations that they could get it. If they tie, Kansas City loses or ties, they'd win it. Or if Kansas City loses, Cincinnati loses or ties, and New England loses or ties. Or if Kansas City loses, Cincinnati loses or ties, and Buffalo wins. Those 4 situations would give the Tennessee Titans the home field advantage, the number 1 seed, and everybody has to come down to Nashville and attempt to play Derrick Henry on his home field. Not exactly easy. I believe that's the end of that's the end of the AFC. Like I said, the AFC is still wide open. Several teams can still clinch the 1 seed. There's still there's one division wide open between the Patriots and the Bills. So AFC playoffs definitely still something that'll be formed basically by Sunday night, because we really don't know until the final game on Sunday night, because that's going to probably determine the final couple playoff spots depending on what happens. So. But then there's the NFC. Basically, everything's kind of secured up through here. You have 14. All the divisions are decided. This is what's the number 1 seeds decided. Now it's just one final playoff spot. And various seeding of 2 through 4 and 2 through 7 really. But the Packers are the number 1. They won the NFC North and the number 1 seed. So they basically are the best team in the NFC heading into the playoffs. The Dallas Cowboys have won the NFC East. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the NFC South. The NFC West is still open, I guess. I completely forgot about that. It's a final week of the season situation between the Rams and Cardinals. They're not playing one another, but they both have clinched a playoff spot. Now the division is still on the line. So I forgot about that. I apologize. And the Eagles have also clinched a playoff spot. So there is one playoff spot left open, one division left open. So there's not as many clinching situations here in the NFC. But, let's see. The Arizona Cardinals, who play the Seattle Seahawks, kind of a small advantage there. They need to win, and the Rams need to lose. So if Arizona wants to win the division title, the NFC West, they need to win, and the Rams need to lose. So they need a little help from the San Francisco 49ers to beat the Los Angeles Rams, but we'll see if that's able to happen. Because for the Rams, all they have to do is win, and they win the division. Win the division, or win, and you win the division. Does not matter about anything else related to the week. Just win, and you win the division. Or if Arizona just loses, and you happen to lose, it looks like the Rams win the division. So as long as Arizona doesn't win, they're good, but you don't really want to win it that way. Now the more exciting spot, there's two teams that can win this final playoff spot. It's the Saints and the Rams, or the Saints and the 49ers. The 49ers are playing a team that they do pretty well against. They have the they get quite a few upsets on. And then you have the New Orleans Saints, who are in a tough spot. I don't know what their team's going to look like. I don't know what their quarterback's going to be. If it's Ian Book, I really don't know if they can hang with the Falcons. But we'll see. So basically for the Saints, in order for the Saints to clinch this final playoff spot, they got to win and San Francisco has to lose. So they need the extra help. They need the help from the Rams. So we'll see. For the 49ers, all they have to do is win and they're in. Like win or tie and you win the playoff spot. Or if New Orleans loses, New Orleans just doesn't win, it doesn't matter what San Francisco does. So they have a little bit of an easier path. So those are the playoff clinching scenarios for Week 18. Basically, what I think is going to happen is the 49ers are probably going to upset the Rams somehow, and Arizona is going to wind up winning the West. And then in the AFC, it looks like probably like the Titans will wind up winning the 1 seed. Bills will win the NFC or the AFC East. And for the final 2 playoff spots, I'm guessing the Colts and Raiders wind up the final 2 playoff teams. So I guess that's my predictions. Let me know what you think down below. Who's going to get in? If you're excited for what Week 18 has to offer, that's pretty cool that there's so many significant games in the last week of the season that could decide quite a bit in terms of how the playoffs will actually look. So are you excited, or is this week like a meh because your team's already out, so you're like, I don't care? But anyway, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a good rest of the day. Playoffs start soon, and I am very excited about that. All right, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a good rest of your day, night, morning, whenever you listen to this. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. All this stuff helps to grow. We're on our way to 8K. That's the new channel goal. What else? If you leave your thoughts below, I'll be sure to get back to you, yada, yada, and that's about it. All right, thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Go Lions, go Tigers, and, of course, go Patriots. And, peace out.